Hi love, welcome back. In today's class we are making strap crochet trouser. This is unisex. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Kindly watch the tutorial for the top if you haven't. Let's get right into class. I'll be using the Artisan anti-piling. I used about 3 balls, plus I had extra yarn, so I added it in this color. Your tape measure, your stitch marker, and a 4mm hook, and also a scissors, and your wine color. Let's get into class. So to begin with, you make your slip knot, and this is how I make my slip knot. We are going to start off making the band of the trouser. So insert your 4mm hook and chain 20, but it all depends on how big or slim you want your band. If you don't want your band to be too big, then consider chaining lesser rows, and if you want your band to be medium, then you chain 20, and if you want it to be big, then you chain more than 20, like 25, 26. So after your 20 chain, you're going to skip 5 and make a single crochet inside your 6th chain. You should be having something like this. Chain 3, skip 2, and make a single crochet in the 3rd chain. Chain 3, skip 2, and make a single crochet in the 3rd chain. Repeat this until the end of the row. So the pattern is the same thing, the exact same as we did for the top. This is the bottom part for it. So go ahead and chain at the end of the row. So this is my last chain 3 space, and you should be having something like this. Row 2, chain 5, turn over your work and make a single crochet in the middle of the 3 chains. Chain 3, make a single crochet in the middle of the 3 chains. Chain 3, make single crochet in the middle of the 3 chains until the end of the row. So as I was saying, this is the same pattern as we did for the top. So for row 3, you're going to chain 5, turn over your work, and make a single crochet in your first space. So the pattern is going to be, when you are starting any row, you're going to chain 5, and the rest you're just going to repeat the same exact thing. So you're going to take your waist measurement and make a band that is long enough to go around your waist. So go ahead and make the band for your waist measurement, and I'll meet you when I have my waist measurement complete. This is my complete work, and you should be having something like this for your band. So we are going to seal it. So with the, you chain 2, and you're going to attach it into the other stitch and make a single crochet. So chain 2, turn your work, and make a single crochet in the first space. Chain 2, make a single crochet in the first 3 double crochet space on your front row. Chain 2, make a single crochet in the 2nd space at the back space. Chain 3. So you're going to keep alternating this until you attach this together, forming a circle or a round. and at the end of the row you're going to chain 2 or 1 and cut and fasten your yarn. You should be having something like this, your waist measurement. So what I've done here is to divide the work so into the middle, the leg holes, so you can see that is the middle part, and the sides, this is the middle part. So that is one leg and this is another leg, and this space is where I'm going to insert my strap, the next color. If you want to add any color, then you would have to leave a space on the sides and work in your different colors there. So I have gone ahead to make one full leg, and this is how your work should be looking. So I'm going to walk you through how exactly I made this so you can repeat the same exact process. Also, you can see I used 3 different colors. You can choose to use only one. Just go with anything, play with any color you want. So this is creativity. Don't be limited, my love. So I'll go ahead and show you exactly how I made this. So we are going to attach our yarn at this point where the blue stitch marker. So we are going to work around until, so if you started from the front, wherever you want it to be your front or back. If you start from the front, you're going to work until you are at the back of your work, and if you started at the back, you're going to work around the whole leg. So now attach your yarn and you're going to make a long chain. This is your desired chain, your trouser length. So you have to take the length of your trouser. I made 180 chains. You can make a very long chain, and if you work and get to where you want to end, then I'll show you. So this is how I made a very long chain, like 180, but as I got my preferred or my desired length, I left those chains. I didn't work on it, and we are not going to work in that. So go ahead and make your long chain. After that, you're going to skip 5 and make a single crochet in the 6th chain. Chain 2, skip 2 and make a single crochet in the 3rd chain. Chain 3, skip 2, make a single crochet in the 3rd chain. So you're going to repeat this row until you are at the beginning of your chain. So go ahead and do this, and I'll meet you at the top. At the top, this is how your work should be looking like. So we are going to, you chain 3, your last 3 chains, but this time you're going to make a single crochet in the chain 3 space on the band. Now chain 3, skip your first 3 chain space and make a single crochet in the 2nd. Chain 3, make your single crochet, chain 3, make your single crochet in the next space. Work this up until the end of your row, or where you think you have your desired length. So with this, I marked it so these both legs would be equal. So there is extra 3 spaces, and I've marked with a stitch marker so I wouldn't work in those stitches. So now chain 5, turn your work, make single crochet in your first chain 3 space, chain 3, make single crochet, and you're going to do this until you get to the top of your row. So at the top of your row, you are going to make a single crochet, but this time not inside the chain 3 space, but rather on the border. So this is how this pattern is going to be, so the band will not look so separated from the shawls. So we are going to work in the border, that middle single crochet space. We are going to make a single crochet, chain 3, turn your work, skip 1, skip the first chain 3 space, make a single crochet in the next space, chain 3, and you keep this process until the end. And if you get to the end, you're going to chain 5 and come back again. I'll walk you through this one more time, and also I'll show you quickly how to go with an alternative. So at the end, chain 5 and come back all the way to the top. At the top, you are going to make your single crochet in the chain 3 space. So next, you are going to make a single crochet in the single crochet space. But alternatively, if you don't want your shawls so buggy, you can make single crochet. You can make single crochet in the chain 3 space and also in the single crochet. When you come again, skip the chain 3 space, like always be skipping 1 in between, so your pants will not be too baggy. But if you want it too baggy, feel free and work in each stitch. So I'm going to go around doing this until I'm at the front part. So if you want to insert any color, you decide where you want to insert it and do that. So this is the complete trouser, not complete, 80%. And this is how the work is looking like. This is the 2 middle points coming together. Now we are going to make the border. So I'm going to measure 8 inches and put a stitch marker. If you are doing for a size small, consider making 6.5 inches. And if you are doing for a size large, consider making 8.5. So insert your, just use your stitch marker after getting that row. So to mark it, and yes, this is what we have. So I left about 13 holes or 13 spaces, and it measures 8 inches. So when you're counting, this is the spaces I mean, and it's 13 up until where the stitch marker is. So now we are going to make the leg border. So when you wear the trouser, it won't be like skinny, it won't be so straight on you, but rather have some, like, we want to create a perfect fit. So we have to add more rows, about 2 inches to that space. So begin with connect your yarn at the end of your trouser row, any leg you want to start with. So you connect your yarn, and just as we've been working the 3 single crochet, chain 5 at the beginning and work the same exact stitches we have been working until you get to where the point of the stitch marker, and I'll show you what to do next. So at the point of the stitch marker, inside the stitch marker space, you're going to make your last single crochet, chain 5, turn over and make your first single crochet in the very first space. So chain 3 and work all the way down. So you're going to be working up and down until the point from the stitch marker you have 2 inches. So you're going to be going up and down until you have 2 inches. There. This is my 2 inches, and you chain 2 or 1 and cut and fasten your yarn. So you are going to make a slip knot and insert your hook in the next space, stitch marker space at the front part of your work, and you are going to chain 5, and again you are going to work 2 inches on this side too. At this point, my love, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I would really appreciate. This is the little you can do to support what I do, and share the video to your friends and family for them to learn a new skill. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. So you're going to repeat these 2 inches on all sides of your trouser. So this is my complete, and this is how your work should be looking like at this point. Now we are going to be connecting the legs together, starting from the ankle. So we are going to connect it together until we get to where the points where the 2 inches row stops. So insert your hook, chain 2. You're going to take the back 1, make a single crochet, chain 2. So I feel like I've walked you through how to attach this stitch, and I'm not really going to explain again. Just watch the video, and if you don't get anything, I guess you can watch the top video, the tutorial for the top. We did a lot of connecting, and I know at this point you know when we are how to connect your rows, especially with this stitch. So you're going to go in and out until you are at the point where the stitch marker is. This is the point, and you're going to make your last chain 2 and make your last slip stitch. At the last point, you're not going to make a single crochet, but you're going to slip stitch, chain 2, cut and fasten your yarn. So you have one leg connected. You're going to repeat the same exact process for the other leg. So you're going to connect it, and now we will work on the back. So now we are going to connect our final parts together, and we are going to use the same stitch to connect them, and it will go from that place up to the front part. So you are going to attach your yarn, and just as we've been doing, chain 2, go in the back space, the first chain 3 space, you make a single crochet, chain 2, you come in the front, So you keep alternating this and keep going until you stitch all the sides of the back. So when you get to where your stitch marker is, you can decide to take off your stitch marker and work your rows across, or if it's not an issue, if it's not a bother to you, you can just leave them on, and after working all around to the front, you can take them off when you're done patching your work. So we are going to go down like that, and still with the same style of connecting. And you are going to connect. So when you get to the front part or your back parts, whichever side you would choose as your front and back, you would go ahead and turn over and bring it all the way up. So it's pretty much the same thing. Don't miss any row whilst, or any stitch, any space whilst connecting, so you would have an even stitch. So go ahead and stitch all up or connect all up, and I'll meet you when I'm done with mine. And this is how the work looks like. You can barely see there was a connection. Yeah, I choose this stitch because it doesn't make it look so obvious. So you are going to sew in all loose ends and make sure you take off all your stitch markers from the work. So you're going to do that. Take all stitch markers and sew in all loose ends, and I'll meet you when I have my fine work completed. And this is how your work should be looking like. And now you can decide to make a long chain and insert as your adjustment chain for the waist. But if you feel the waist is okay, it sizes you well, then you don't need a chain. But if you think you need an adjustable chain, then make a long chain and connect your work. And that is it, my love. Until we meet next week, is bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know your feedback on all of our videos. I will really appreciate. How do you feel about our videos? Until next week, is bye-bye.